welcome back to Fact Me Up channel. In today's video, we're gearing up for an epic journey back in time to revisit one of the most iconic war films in cinematic history, Saving Private Ryan. So grab your helmets, load your rifles, and join us as we march through the trenches of history to explore the incredible stories and secrets behind this masterpiece. Tom Sizemore was battling drug addiction during the production of the movie. Steven Spielberg gave him an ultimatum that he would be blood tested on the set every day of filming, and if he failed the test even once, he would be fired and the part of Sergeant Horvath would be recast and reshot with someone else, even if it was at the end of production. Sizemore agreed, and managed to pass all of his tests. Unfortunately, he would relapse into drug abuse several times later in his career.
We hiked all over the place, and it was raining, and it was cold, and it was wet, and we slept on the ground, and we ate food that came out of cans and were heated up over, little tiny stoves. We had him constantly yelling at us because we were doing things wrong.
The cast endured a grueling week-long course at a boot camp instructed by technical advisor Dale Dye. Tom Hanks, who had previously been trained by Dye for the Vietnam War scenes in Forrest Gump, was the only one of them who knew it would be a hard and uncompromising experience. The actors all had to undergo an intensive pre-shoot 6-day boot camp during which all but one of them voted to quit, as they found it too arduous. The one dissenting voice was Tom Hanks, who thoroughly enjoyed the experience. Naturally, his vote counted the most, so the rest of the actors were obligated to complete their training. Aside from all the intensive exercises, the actors' boot camp involved camping in soaking wet conditions, only being allowed to call each other by their characters' names, and boot camp supervisor Dale Dye referring to them all as turds. Steven Spielberg made a choice to cast Matt Damon as Private Ryan, because he was looking for an actor who embodied an all-American appearance, and was relatively unknown in the industry at the time. Little did Spielberg know that Damon would soon skyrocket to fame for his performance in Good Will Hunting, making him a household name before Saving Private Ryan hit the screens. The Omaha Beach scene was filmed in the south of Ireland, cost $11 million to shoot, and involved 1,000 extras, some of whom were members of the Irish Army Reserve. Of those extras, 20 to 30 were amputees, issued with prosthetic limbs, to play soldiers who had their limbs blown off. There was also 40 barrels of fake blood utilized in the opening battle scene. All the principal actors, including Tom Hanks, endured rigorous days of grueling army training to prepare for their roles in Saving Private Ryan, except for Matt Damon. Damon was intentionally spared from the demanding training regimen, because Spielberg wanted the other actors to develop a sense of resentment towards him and his character, believing that this tension would be reflected in their on-screen performances, adding depth and authenticity to the relationships within the film. The role of Sergeant Horvath was originally offered to Billy Bob Thornton. However, Thornton declined the role, citing a unique reason: he had a profound fear of water, which made him hesitant to film the intense Normandy beach scenes. As a result, the role eventually went to Tom Sizemore, shaping the film in its own distinct way. The film was blocked by the Censor Board of India for too much violence. The board demanded cuts that Steven Spielberg declined to make, and instead, he decided not to release the movie in India at all. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the then Home Minister of India saw the movie himself, and, impressed, ordered it to be released uncut. Steven Spielberg claimed that he considered the film a passion project as a gift to his aging father, a World War II veteran. He further claimed that he made the picture against his commercial instincts, believing there would not be a wide audience for a World War II movie with graphic violence, and was pleasantly surprised when it became a blockbuster hit. The role of Private Caparzo was written specially for Vin Diesel, after Steven Spielberg saw Diesel's independent film Strays, which was also his directorial, writing, producing and lead acting debut. Vin Diesel was paid astounding $100,000 for the role of Private Caparzo, when he was still a little-known actor.
What? I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying!
The two German soldiers who were shot trying to surrender were actually Czech, not German. They were saying, "Please don't shoot me, I am not German, I am Czech, I didn't kill anyone, I am Czech." They were members of what the Germans called Ost battalions. These were men, mostly Czech and Polish, taken prisoner in Eastern European countries invaded by Germany, and forced into the German army. To capture the authentic and spine-tingling gunfire sound effects in Saving Private Ryan, the film's sound team took a unique approach. They recorded these sounds using live ammunition fired from genuine period weapons at a live-fire machine gun range located near Atlanta, Georgia. Interestingly, this range was owned by a weapons manufacturer, adding an extra layer of realism to the film's immersive audio experience. While some critics questioned the realism of the scene depicting Rangers hurling mortar rounds by hand at German soldiers in one of the scenes, it's fascinating to note that such an extraordinary feat was indeed grounded in historical truth. In 1943, during a battle in Italy, Medal of Honor recipient Charles Kelly demonstrated this incredible act of bravery, showcasing the remarkable courage and resourcefulness displayed by soldiers during World War II. Military historian and author Stephen Ambrose, at a special screening of the film for him, had to ask for the screening to be halted 20 minutes in, as he couldn't handle the intensity of the opening scene at the Omaha Beach. After composing himself outside for a few minutes, he was able to return to the screening room and watch the film to its conclusion. In 2006, Tom Hanks was inducted into the U.S. Army's Ranger Hall of Fame as an honorary member, largely thanks to his portrayal of Captain John Miller in Saving Private Ryan.